Do you know anyone who doesn't want more time in their days and in their weeks? I don't. Everybody wants more time back, right? And so that's what we're talking about in this video. And in this video, I'm trying to prep things for dinner and finish this video before my toddler gets home. But we're going to talk about ways to automate meal planning and automate dinner time and all of that good stuff. So this first way that I recommend to everyone to automate the meal planning process is going to tie in with the last tip, which is something new that I am doing. So the best way to make meal planning easier and to automate that process is to start with a list of go-to meals. And what I mean by go-to meals is a list of dinners you know that you can cook easily and that your family is actually going to eat, right? Like your family actually eating the dinners you cook is a really important part of meal planning. Finding those meals, deciding on those dinners is important thing number one for meal planning, right? So you sit down one time and you make a decent sized list of go-to dinners that you know your family likes, that you know how to cook, that you can say, okay, yes, I know how to make this. I'm not going to throw in the towel and go to Chick-fil-A. I'm going to go home and cook this meal, right? That's what you want to put on your meal plan for the vast majority. I have a rule that I follow where I only try new recipes on the weekends so that I am not overwhelmed on a weekday and throw in the towel and go to Chick-fil-A, right? So ideally, your go-to dinners list is going to have like 21 recipes, something like that, where you're not going to repeat things over and over, nor are you going to, again, have to think of new meals over and over. You're automating it. It's easy. You just look at the list, you decide what to make. But how do you narrow it down? To narrow it down, and this is also a money-saving tip, you are then going to make a kitchen inventory list. And this list you are going to make each time you meal plan. So your go-to dinners list is something you make once, right? Like you can add to it more, but for the most part, it's like a one and done task. The kitchen inventory you are going to make every time you are meal planning and going grocery shopping. You are going to see what you already have in your kitchen and base your meal plan on that. I'll link a video here going in more depth on that, just how it saves you money and how to decide on dinners based on that. But make your inventory list and then you look at your kitchen inventory and you're like, oh, hey, I have things like brown sugar and soy sauce and sriracha. I can make teriyaki with that. I did sriracha in my teriyaki. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe other people don't, but I do. So if you have ingredients like that, you can narrow down what's on your go-to dinner list and put it onto your meal plan for this week. I do 2-week meal planning, so my go-to dinners list is really long to have lots of variety, but you're gonna look at your kitchen inventory, you're gonna decide on some dinners based on what you already have. So again, that dinner decision making process is faster. But what if you were like stumped with ideas or what to make based on what's in your kitchen, or your go-to dinners list is like 5 meals long? That is where AI is coming into play. And I know a lot of people are anti-AI, that's tricky to say, are afraid of it, things like that. But I have found ChatGPT to be helpful. So you can go into ChatGPT, you can put in like your family size, dietary needs, do you have picky eaters, list out some things you like. So you go into ChatGPT and you're like, I have a family of 4. I have toddlers who will only eat chicken. Their favorite vegetable is broccoli. And I prefer to be gluten-free as much as possible. Here's some meals that we like. Can you give me 10 more meal ideas? And ChatGPT is going to spit out some dinner ideas for you, right? And to take it a step further, you can also put your kitchen inventory into ChatGPT. And then you can say, hey, ChatGPT, here is what I already have in my kitchen. What are some dinners that I can make based on these things I already have to save money, right? What are some recipes utilizing these ingredients? Well, that's inconvenient. So you can also, and this is my big tip that ties in with tip number 1 that I mentioned, you can also upload and save your go-to dinners list into ChatGPT. So the way I would suggest doing this, and the way I suggest making your go-to dinners list that I talked about in the other video about go-to dinners list that I'll link here. So I have one going in depth on how to shop your kitchen first, and then one about how to make a go-to dinners list. Anywho, so I suggest you not only write out what the recipe and the dinner is, but what are the ingredients in it. So again, you can quickly look at that, quickly make your meal plan, quickly make your grocery list also. And when you go to ChatGPT and you have those ingredients in there, then you can be like, hey, ChatGPT, looking at my go-to dinners list and my kitchen inventory, what should I make for dinner this week? All right, got a fork now. So this was I don't know if I can talk and whisk at the same time. This was a really short, quick video. I don't know why I blanked on the word video, but let me summarize it again. So first you need to make a go-to dinners list of well-loved dinner recipes you can make and that your family is actually going to eat. And then each time you meal plan and make a grocery list, you are going to first do a kitchen inventory and use that to inspire that week's meal plan. And then if you are stumped on ideas, you go to ChatGPT and you ask it for help, basically. You can also do this. Hey, look, my rice cooker's done. We're this close to dinner. So you can also do this without AI, right? You can go to Pinterest and you can say like recipes using sesame oil. I have a giant bottle of sesame oil. What can I use it in? I actually use it in several different ways because I've done this before. That is another one of my favorite ways to find dinner inspiration. Pinterest or Google, it doesn't have to be Pinterest, but you can find some dinner inspiration there. You can create a board on Pinterest where you save your recipes for your go-to dinners list. That's another easy way to organize it, I guess. I'm a pen and paper person, so my go-to dinners list is saved in my bullet journal, and I reference it. Oh, bonus tip that I meant to include in this video and totally skipped over. Not only should you have a go-to dinners list, you should also have a kitchen stock list. And what a kitchen stock is that is different than both your kitchen inventory and your go-to dinners list. A kitchen stock is what you need to have in your kitchen at all times. So this goes beyond dinner, right? Like I have a 2-year-old. She wants to have fruit. She wants to have Cheerios. She wants to have peanut butter, all of these things. I don't typically use Cheerios in dinner, right? So sometimes I forget to go buy some Cheerios, things like that for her. But if I have my kitchen stock list and I reference that when I'm making my grocery list also, then I can quickly be like, oop, we're out of that. We're really low on that. Let me add that to my grocery list also. You aren't having to dig through your kitchen. You aren't having to run to the grocery store multiple times when you do that. Another way I do that is using the robot assistant, the Alexa. Every once in a while when something runs out, we'll be like, hey, Alexa, add this to my grocery list. And those are the other ways we automate grocery shopping and meal planning and all the things required for getting dinner done. I hope you found this video helpful. I am all about finding easy ways to feed my family on a budget and quick ways to feed my family on a budget, more money saving ideas for eating on a budget, all of those things. So if that sounds like something you're interested in and you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it and want more like it. You can grab a free 1-week meal plan and also my guide for coming up with dinner ideas that talks about these different things that I just mentioned in this video. You can find a link to that in the description. And then if you want more time and money saving tips, go check out this playlist.